So in the previous class, we have studied the rules for the block diagram reduction. So today we are going to see a problem. So in this problem, we are using the rules and we are reducing the block diagram and we are finding the closed loop transfer function from the uh, given block diagram. So the question is, using block diagram reduction technique, find closed loop transfer function of the system whose block diagram is shown in figure. So this problem, the given problem, it can be done in two methods. First, we are going to see the first method. So this is the given question. Okay. So this is the given question. So in this question, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 summing point. So here you are having 1, 2, 3, 4. We are having 4 summing point. Okay, we are having 4 summing point. We are having 4 summing point. 4 summing point. How many blocks you are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are having 6 blocks. Okay, you are having 6 blocks. Of these 6 blocks, this H2 and H1 are feedback blocks. Okay, so totally in this question, how many summing points you are having? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 summing points. And how many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of the 6 blocks, this H2 and H1 are feedback. Okay. Now, what we have to do means we have to analyze this figure and we have to check whether it is possible to apply some rules. Already we have studied some 10 rules. The rules are: first one, combining the blocks in cascade, then combining the parallel blocks, then moving the branch point ahead of the block, then moving the branch point before the block, similarly moving the summing point after the block and moving the summing point before the block, then splitting the summing points, interchanging the summing point, combining the summing point, then elimination of feedback loops. These are the rules we have studied. Now what we have to do means, so we have to check whether it is possible to apply any rule here without modification. So when you're analyzing this figure, this blocks G2 and G3, they are near, or it is cascade, but there is a branch point between them. So these two are cascade, but you are having one branch point here. So directly we can't apply this rule. That is combining the cascaded blocks G2 and G3. That we can't do. Why? Because there is a branch point between them. Similarly, when you analyze this figure, so these are parallel blocks. G4, G2, G3 and the summing point is combined to form a parallel block or feed forward path. But here also you can directly apply this rule. Why? Because here you are having a branch point. So without modification, we can't apply any rule in this figure. So are you getting? So we can apply two rules. That is, first rule is these two blocks are in cascade. That we can one possibility is there. Another possibility is combining the parallel blocks. But directly we can't apply this rule. Why? Because there is a branch point at this point. So we have to modify this figure. So what we are going to do is we are going to move this branch point to this point. Okay, we are going to move this branch point from here to here. Please listen. This branch point, from this branch point, it is going to H1. So when you are taking this branch point at this point, this G2 will be also coming with this line. Okay, with this line G2 will be coming. But now we are moving this point from here to here. So the G2 will not come. So our rule is whatever you are getting before moving the branch point, that should be got after moving. Okay, so be clear, the point is whatever you are getting before moving the branch point, that must come even after moving the branch point. Okay, now you are moving this branch point before this block G2. When you are moving this branch point before this block, it will be coming like this. Okay, this branch point will be coming like this, but this G2 signal will not come in this line. So what we have to do means we have to add one G2 here. We have to add one G2. Okay, so this is a first step. In the next slide, clearly we will understand. So the step what are doing is moving the branch point before the block. Okay, so this branch point we are going to move before this block G2. So we are going to move before this G2. So now we have moved this branch point before this block. So we have multiplied this line with a G2. Clear? So after that, this blocks G2 and G3 are cascade. So we can combine these two blocks into one block. Please listen. The first step what you have done is we have moved this branch point from here to here. Okay. Initially it is in this place. We have moved here. So while moving, we have multiplied it by a G2. Why? Because at this point when you are initially it is like this. Okay. Initially it is like this. So when you are taking from here, this G2 will also come in this line. Okay. But when you are moving it here, the G2 will not come. So the rule is before moving what you are getting, that should be, we should get the same even after shifting. So we are multiplying it by a G2. Now the problem solved. So this line, it is also getting G2. Okay, this is the first step. Next step is, while analyzing this figure, we understand that these two blocks G2 and G3 are in cascade. So these two blocks G2 and G3 are in cascade. So we can combine these blocks G2 and G3 into one block. So we can combine this block G2 and G3 into one block. Okay. So we have combined the blocks G2 and G3 into one block. The first elimination we have done. The second, next one is eliminating the parallel block. So while analyzing this figure, we understand that these two blocks with this summing point, these two are parallel blocks. These two blocks, these two blocks are parallel. So if you are having two blocks in parallel, then you can combine that blocks into one block. whose gain is nothing but the sum of these two gains. Here, while replacing, what we'll be getting is G4 plus G2 G3. Okay, so we are going to replace this block by one block. So we have replaced. Okay, we have replaced that parallel block by this block. Next step is we are moving the branch point after the block. Now, so after this point, whether you check whether it is possible to apply any rule. So after the combination of parallel blocks or elimination of parallel blocks, you check the figure whether it is possible to apply any rule. So while analyzing, it is clear that we are unable to apply any rule here without modification. So what we have to do is we want to move this branch point after this block. Okay, so we are going to move this branch point after this block. Please listen, before moving we are not getting the signal or gain G2 plus G2 G3 plus G4 with this line, but when you are moving it here, this is the thing what you are going to do. You are going to move this branch point here to here or here, both are same. Okay, we are moving here. Now when you are moving, this G2 G3 plus G4 will also come in this line, but before moving, this G2 plus G2 G3 plus G4 will not come in this line. So what we have to do means we have to eliminate G2 G3 plus G4 from this line. So what we are doing is we are going to multiply it by a block having a gain of 1 divided by G2 G3 plus G4. Okay, so we are going to multiply G2 G3 plus G4, 1 divided by G2 G3 plus G4. Please listen, when you are taking from at this point, what you are getting, your G2 G3 plus G4 will come in that line. So again, when you are multiplying it by 1 divided by G2 G3 plus G4, what happens? It gets cancelled. So this G2 G3 plus G4 is eliminated. Okay, so we have eliminated this G2 G3 plus G4. First, what you are doing, we are moving this branch point from this point to this point. Okay, then what you are doing is we are multiplying by a G2 G3 plus G4, 1 divided by G2 G3 plus G4 in this place. Okay, so we have multiplied by 1 divided by G2 G3 plus G4. Then what we are doing is we have rearranged this branch point. Next step is we are going to rearrange this branch points. Okay, then another possibility is we can combine this three blocks. These three blocks are in cascade. So while analyzing this figure, next step what we can do is nothing but there are three blocks, this H1, this G2 and 1 divided by G2 G3. They are in series or cascade, so we can combine these three blocks in these three blocks are in cascade, and we can combine these three blocks into one block. Okay, similarly we have rearranged this branch points or redrawn this branch points. Okay, individually before that it is in the same line, so we have just redrawn it. Okay, for better clarity we have redrawn it. So Next, we are going to combine this three blocks in cascade. That is H1, G2 and 1 divided by G2, G3 plus G4. Three blocks are in cascade, so we can combine. So now we have combined these three blocks in cascade. So while analyzing this diagram, here you are having one feedback loop. So first, whenever you are getting a feedback loop, you have to check whether it is a positive feedback or negative feedback. So here you are having minus, so it is negative feedback. So it's uh, while reducing it, so this is a feedback loop, and we have to check whether it is a positive feedback or negative feedback. So here you are having minus, so it is negative feedback. Okay, it is negative feedback. Okay, so for a negative feedback, the equivalent expression is nothing but G divided by 1 plus GH. So this is G and this is H. Okay, so this is G and this is, so while substituting, what you will be getting? G2, G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus GH. So first you have to write the G. What is G? G2, G3 plus G4 into, what is H? H is H2. So instead of this full block, we will be replacing by this expression. Okay. So we have got, replaced that feedback loop with this expression. Okay. Now you are having two blocks. This block, next step is this block, and this block are in cascade. So now we are going to combine these two cascade blocks into one block. So the if you're having two cascade block, the gain of the combined block is nothing but it is a product of the gain of this block and the product of gain of this block. So you'll be getting G1 into G2, G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G2, G3 plus G4 into H2. Okay, so this is a combined block. After cascading the blocks, after combining the class cascaded blocks, we are getting this one. Now again you are having one feedback loop. While analyzing this figure, again you can see here is one feedback loop. So what type of feedback it is? Negative feedback. So its equivalent is nothing but G divided by 1 plus GH. So what is G here? G is this G1 into G2, G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G2, G3 plus G4, and H2 is G, and in the place of H what you are having is H1 G2 divided by G2, G3 plus G4. Okay, so after substituting in this expression and after minimization, you'll be getting this expression. Okay, so after substituting in G divided by 1 plus GH and after minimization, we will be getting this expression. Okay, so while sending the notes for you, I will send all the detailed step, how the minimization steps, that is the mathematical part. It is only simple. What we are doing is we will be substituting in this expression G divided by 1 plus GH, then we will be taking LCM, then you will be cancelling the denominator, then you will be getting this expression. Okay, that detailed step with your notes I will send. Okay, now you understand how we are reducing the block diagram. Okay. Now, next again you are having one feedback. So this is nothing but another feedback. Here, the value of if nothing is there in the feedback loop, the meaning is here you are having one block. The value of that block is h is equal to 1. This we will be calling it as unity feedback. So this type of feedback is something called unity feedback. Okay. So here what is what type of feedback you are having? You are having a negative feedback, so you'll be getting the same g divided by 1 plus gh. This this entire thing is g, and the value of h is equal to 1. Okay, in the place of h you have to put 1 and you have to simplify. So after simplification you'll be getting this is a overall transfer function. Okay, this is a transfer function of the system. So C is nothing but the output and R is nothing but the input. So transfer function is nothing but Laplace transform of output divided by Laplace transform of input. So C of S by R of S is equal to this term. This is nothing but what the transfer function. So we are having one block diagram. So we have analyzed that block diagram and we have modified and we have applied the rules step by step, and we have applied the steps one by one, and we have reduced and we have found out the overall transfer function. Okay. Next, we are going to see the same problem, but we are going to do it by different method. Okay. So same using the block diagram reduction technique, find the closed loop transfer function of the system whose block diagram is shown in figure. So this is the same diagram what we are having before. Okay, the same diagram. So once again I will explain. First you analyze this figure. So while analyzing this figure, whether you check whether it is possible to apply any rules. We have studied 10 rules and we have to check whether it is possible to apply any rule without modification. So while checking or while analyzing this figure, we understand that these two blocks G2 and G3 are cascade, but one branch point is here. So you can't apply the cascade rule directly. Similarly, these blocks they are in parallel, but here is one branch point. The problem is, since due to this branch point, we can't directly apply the rules, cascaded rule, as well as the combining of parallel blocks. These two rules we can't apply directly without doing some modification to this branch point. So what we are doing is we are going to do some modification. The modification is we are going to move this branch point before this block G2. What you're going to do, we are going to move this branch point before this block G2. So we have to keep one in mind. So whatever you are getting before shifting, the same we have to get after shifting also. So when you are taking a branch point at this point, the signal G2 will come with this line, but when you are moving to this point, G2 will not come. So what we have to do means, while shifting you have to add one G2 block to this line. Okay, so the first step is we are moving this branch point before this block. So we are moving that branch point before the block G2. Okay, so we have moved we have moved this branch point before this block. Here you are bringing. So we have moved the branch point and we have multiplied this line with G2. So why we are multiplying with G2? Because when you are shifting the signal G2 or gain G2 is not coming with that line. So we are adding that G2 with this branch point. So after this modification, these two blocks G2 and G3, they are in cascade. These blocks G2 and G3 are in cascade. So we can combine these two blocks G2 and G3 into one block. So if you are having two blocks in cascade, the combined block, the gain of the combined block is nothing but it is a product of the individual blocks. So here the gain of the first block is G2 and the gain of the second block is G3. The gain of the combined block is nothing but G2, G3. So we have combined the cascaded block into one block. So the next we have to analyze this figure. We are analyzing, we understood that we can eliminate or we can combine these parallel blocks. So here you are having two blocks, one is G4 and another block G2, G3 in parallel. Okay, so these two parallel block we can combine the two into one block. So if you are having two parallel blocks, then that two parallel blocks can be combined into one block, and the gain of the combined block is nothing but it is a sum of the individual gains of two blocks. Here this block is having a gain of G4 and this block is having a gain of G2, G3. So the gain of the combined block is nothing but G4 plus G2, G3. So you should also remember one thing, while combining the parallel blocks, this summing point will also eliminate. So this is nothing but the combined parallel blocks. So we have combined the parallel blocks into one block, and this is the equivalent block. Now in the previous problem, what we in the previous method, in the same problem, in the previous method. So here we are in the previous method we have moved this branch point here and we have solved. But in this problem, what you are doing is we are going to move this summing point before this block. What you are going to do? We are going to move this summing point before this block G1. Okay, so this summing point we are going to move before this block. Please listen. When this summing point belongs to this feedback H2. Now, when it is after the block G1, the G2 is not coming. Okay, but when we are moving this summing point before this block G1, so when you are moving this summing point before this G1, G1 will also come. So we have to eliminate this G1. So we are dividing it, we are multiplying it by 1 by G1. Okay. So we have multiplied it by 1 by G1. Why? Because so before shifting the summing point, what we are getting that we have to get after shifting the summing point also. So we are multiplying it by 1 by G1 because while shifting the summing point, a G1 will also come with this line. So we are eliminating that G1. So in order that we are multiplying it by 1 by G1. Okay. So next step what we are doing is we are interchanging the summing points. This summing point you are moving here and this summing point you are So after interchanging the summing points, getting like this. Okay. So after interchanging, we are getting like this. So before that, here we are having these two blocks in cascade. Similarly, you are having these two blocks in cascade, and we are combining these two blocks into one block and these two block into one block. So equivalent block here is G2H1, here is H2 divided by G1. Okay. So after combining the cascaded blocks and interchanging the summing point, we will be getting like this. So first you are having one feedback loop like this. Is a feedback loop, and the type of feedback is negative feedback. So we can reduce this feedback loop to its into one loop, into one block. Okay, or we can eliminate this feedback loop and you can replace it by one block. So here the value of, since it is a negative feedback, so this equivalent one is G divided by 1 plus GH. So here in the place of G you are having G1, and in the place of H you are having H1 G2. So what you'll be getting is G1 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1. So this is nothing but the equivalent of this feedback loop. Instead of this feedback loop, we will be replacing by a block having the transfer function or gain G1 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 into H1. Okay. So we have eliminated that feedback loop and we have replaced by a block. So we have eliminated and we have replaced by this block. Okay. So next one is these two blocks are in cascade. These two blocks are in cascade. So we can replace these two blocks by one single block. So the transfer function or gain of that combined block is nothing but you have to take the product of the individual. So G1 into G2 G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1. Okay. So we will be replacing these two blocks into one block. So this is the combined block. So now you are again having one feedback loop. So this is another feedback loop. Please listen. When you are eliminating a feedback loop, these two blocks with this summing point, we will eliminate this and we'll be replacing it by one block. So here the type of feedback is nothing but what type of feedback you are having? Negative feedback. So the equivalent expression is G divided by 1 plus GH. So in the place of G, you are having G1, G2, sorry, G1 into G2, G3 plus G4. Okay. G2, G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, 1. This is nothing but your G. Now, the G divided by 1 plus, again you have to write this G. G1 into G2, G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1. Okay, this is your G into H2 by G1. This is your H. So this G1 and this G1 will cancel. Okay. Then what you have to do is we have to take LCM. You have to cross multiply here. So in the denominator you will be getting 1 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G2 G3 plus G4 into H1. So in the denominator 1 plus G1 G2 H1. So after taking LCM you can cancel these two. So LCM means you have to cross multiply this here. The place of 1 I will write. So So in the denominator here while taking LCM what we'll be getting is first I will write the numerator. Numerator is G1, G2, G3 plus G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1. Okay. Now here you are taking the denominator you are taking LCM. LCM means you have to multiply this term with this 1. So you'll be getting 1 plus G1, G2, H1 plus G2, G3 plus G4, G2, G3 plus G4 into H2 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1. Okay. So we have to cancel these two. So we will be getting G1 into G2, G3 plus G4 divided by these two terms only you will be getting. This is in the numerator and this is in the denominator. Okay. So in the next diagram we can see. So this is the thing what you are getting after simplification. So now again this is nothing but a feedback loop. So this is a feedback loop. Here the value of h is nothing but 1. H is equal to 1. So unity feedback. So this is also a negative feedback. So you'll be getting G divided by 1 plus GH. So here also in the place of G you have to substitute this G1, G2, G3 plus G1, G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 plus G2, G3, H2 plus G4, H2. That is nothing but your, if you want I will draw, we will calculate. Okay. So this is your G. I am going to, what is the expression G divided by 1 plus GH. So first I am writing G. What is G? G1, G2, G3 plus G1, G4 divided by 1 plus G1, G2, H1 plus G2, G3, H2 plus G4, H2. Okay. Divided by 1 plus, again you have to write G. That is G1, G2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 plus G1 G4 divided by 1 plus G1 G2 H1 plus G2 G3 H2 plus G4 H2. In the place of H, you have to put to 1. Okay. So this is the thing. Next, what you have to do means you have to take LCM. You have to multiply this denominator with this 1. So you can put like this. This term will be coming here. Then you have to cancel this denominator and this denominator, and you'll be getting the expression like this. So this is the reduced. This is the overall transfer function what you are getting. Okay. So the same problem we have done by two different methods. So in exam, you prefer the simplest method. Okay. So these problems are very simple. The main thing is you have to think. You must be clear with the rules, and you should think how to apply the rules. Okay. So applying the rule is very important. Step by step, you should move, and correctly you have to apply the rules. You have to eliminate whenever you are having feedback. You should be careful. You have to check whether it is a positive feedback or negative feedback. If negative feedback, it is G divided by 1 plus GH, and if it is positive feedback, then 1 divided by 1 minus GH. Okay. So you should be careful. So we have found out the overall transfer function of the system. So initially you are having one block diagram. So first we have analyzed the block diagram, whether it is possible to apply any rule without modification, and we understand that without modification it is not possible. So we have moved the branch point to some other point, and if we have applied the cascaded rule, then eliminate combining the parallel blocks. Okay, then eliminating the feedback loop, then interchanging the summing point, moving the summing point, then interchanging the summing point, then eliminating the feedback loop. Like that, step by step we have moved, and we have reached the um, answer. The main thing is we have done the same problem by two methods, but the answer of the two method is same. So we have obtained the same answer for both the methods. We are getting the same answer for both the methods. Okay. So after looking this video or watching this video, you must do this problem in a notebook. Okay, you must copy the first diagram, and you have to do the all other steps by yourself, and you have to check whether you are getting the final answer. Okay, step by step you have to move, and you have to do it by yourself. Without first you watch the video clearly once or twice, then you do it by yourself. Okay, then only you will understand this problem. So without practicing you can't do this problem. Okay, in examination you will be struggling. So please, today itself you must do this problem in your notebook. So both the methods you have to do. What you have to do is just to copy the first figure, and you take the question and copy the first figure, and the first figure you write the steps and reduce a block diagram till you are getting the overall transfer function. Okay.